Why does it keep starting me third person? Alright, so we made... So just a quick summary. We just made... there's like a side quest to tell the Zorips, those fish people. We found some like hermit controlling them over here. And we basically told him to stop raiding the farms over here. In exchange for the farmers that were like, please find the sources of Zorips and stop it. And we're like, yeah, we totally stopped it. So we basically made a peace between them that neither side knows about, but they promise not to attack the other side, just so we could benefit extra gear from both. So it might end up blowing up in our face, but that's a later problem. Well, I got in third person to see if it logs you into first. And then we came to the next UI, which is up here. So this is our second zone. We've done probably over half of it at this point. I've already done like the main city in there and stuff. We're just exploring and tackling all these side quests. The game's been fun overall, for sure. I'm still sitting on probably about an 8. I do predict that I might go down to 7.5 or up to an 8.5 based on story and the continuation of the remaining zones. Because the exploration in this game is super fun. But I feel like they basically played all their cards early in this game, and there haven't really been many surprises 30 hours in. The same kind of exploration and looting that you do the moment you land on the main first zone is the same thing I'm doing halfway through the second zone now. It's just, instead of getting softwood branches, I'm getting hardwood branches, which is tier 2 gear. And I suspect it'll be purple gear in the third zone, and whatever the pink gear is, 4th tier of gear in the 4th zone. So it's like, they haven't really like added anything to game to make it a little more exciting, so the exploration, whilst being fun, is starting to turn a little into just like a POI rush in each zone, especially with the screen. Just like, okay, did we do everything? Check, 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 check. And the combat's been fun, but very simple. So that's starting to get, like, we need more boss, like, we need some boss fights in here, we need some shit like that. But it is getting a little samey. It is getting a little samey, I'm not gonna lie. And, like I said, combat and exploration can only carry it so far. Eventually it will get a little too samey. But so far, you know, still 8-ish out of 10 for me right now. Is it a mid-tier game? 8-ish out of 10 for me right now. The kind of like, I know I just like said too much RP is too much, but in terms of pace, but this game is like a little too far in the other direction as well. Like, you can't really do what you want in this game. It is a little on rails. You can't just shoot this guy in the face. Can't go around being a murder hobo the way you'd want to in like an RPG, things like that. Like, it is a little restricted. Now, some of those are a little more open in terms of, usually through dialogue you can choose, like, we have like the rebels hiding out in this cave, right? And then we have the Iron Garrote, which are like the fucking military crazy zealots hiding out in the other cave, and you can go into either and become enemies with them and fight them. Usually through dialogue choice. But it doesn't have the same openness of like BG3 or KCD2, where it's like, I feel like fighting this random guard and killing him. Boop, he's dead. I feel like killing the farmers and being like an evil maniac. Boop, they're dead. Yeah. And then just other things like, this is where it's like, one of those, like, the game might have benefited from another 3 to 6 months. Just small things like, you know, if there's a cup on a table. Everything in this game is very stiff. It looks nice aesthetically, right? Like, I really like the environments they have and stuff like that. But you can't, like, blow up tables and houses. You can't shatter plates. You can't shoot glasses. You can't shoot an apple off a table. They're all just, like, rigid structures without any physics or interaction, you know? You can't, like, blow up grass. You can't shoot the chickens in the town. You know, things like that. That, for me, I don't really care that much, but I've seen a lot of people slagging it on Twitter for that. And I can understand how it, like, would ruin some people's immersion to a certain extent.
What business do you have in Shatterscarp?
And what? Oh, this is the gate to the next zone. I'm just a common peddler, honest. Would you like to see my wares?
No, I don't need any wares. Name's Martineo. Ranger Martineo. I'm the final word on who crosses this border from either direction. No one comes or goes by this pass. Someone has to contain this plague, might as well be me.
You're doing a piss poor job. Have you looked around? Are you keeping the plague from Emerald Stair or in Emerald Stair?
Either. Both. My loyalty is to survival, not politics.
We'll just game more.
As much as I've enjoyed this little chat, it's time for you to turn around and go back the way you came.
Okay, LeBron James. Hypothetically, if I were to give you a large sum of money, would that help?
No, but it's good that you asked. As you were.
Oh, we tried. Alright, so that's going to be the gate that eventually opens to the third zone. Yoink. El Yoinko?
You been across the border before?
Not since all of this stuff.
A little warning to all rangers stationed in the perimeter fort. You must report to a superior officer before leaving the fort, whether on patrol for personal reasons or literally anything at all. Similarly, you must also report to a superior officer whenever coming back. It's not that difficult, everyone. This swamp is a dangerous place. We don't need to add worry to everyone's well-being on top of the other issues we are constantly managing. Failure to report in or out of the superior officer will result in latrine duty on a night when triple helping of beans accidentally made it into the stew.
They say Shatterscarp does it worse than us.
Worse than us? Oh.
Do your job and you won't.
It's kind of odd that you can just take anything that isn't nailed down. Not really. There's not that many interactables. Just like some food once in a while and stuff. More to the point, I think it's odd that there's not really any consequences for your actions. Like we've looted like someone's personal belongings next to them. And they're like, hey, that's not yours, and then just like nothing else happens. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, okay, well. There's no like theft system in this game. It's just like item glowing, pick up item good for me, ook ook, kind of thing. Love the super early stream. Oh, yeah, we need to get it back on track, man. It's not really that super early. It's supposed to be even an hour earlier than that, but still trying to adapt, especially after a streamathon binge. Something. I think this would have led back up to... Oh, yeah. We could have gone from here to get that chest, gotcha. Instead of doing the freezing thing. Yeah, I mean, like, the game is very pretty. Right? Like, I've genuinely very much... A lot of the drive for me in this game has definitely been just exploring, running around, taking it all in. You know? So we've definitely done a pretty great job with that. Very whimsical world / universe. 7 p.m. for you? Alright, time for bed. So let the bed bugs right. A random peddler. And the chest. Okay.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Envoy.
we know her, right?
I told you we'd cross paths once more. If you need to restock, I have some new wares.
We saw her on top of the cliff, I think, yesterday. Or is it Dawn Shore? I don't remember. What are you doing camped out here?
Oh, just taking a bit of a breather before I continue. I'd much rather rest a bit here than in Shatterscarp. I've heard the desert can be brutal.
I guess that's where we're going next, the desert biome by the looks of it. Is there anything else you can tell me about Shatter shit?
Not much, unfortunately.
Scarper shit?
There's a settlement in the region. Thirdborn, I believe it's called. Hardy folks. Otherwise, you can expect blazing sands and, if the rumors are true, dream thralls. Poor bastards. If it wasn't the only way to Solace Keep, I'd be avoiding the place like the Dream Scourge.
How travel's been since you left Dawnshore?
Well, uneventful enough. Gods be praised. But let's just say
mother.
I'm more grateful than ever for this hand-me-down equipment. The spoilings in Delimgan out here are vicious, and even the less mobile plant life seems like it wants me dead.
Let's see what you have. 11 king. Oh god, more Adra. Can't afford. 500. Wait, do we have anything to sell actually? We may. Oh, we do. Thank god. Buy this. Grabs junk. Also this. Now I should be able to afford it, and then go broke again. Oh, she only had one. Okay. 4 lockpicks. Yoink. Okay. Sounds good to me. Is it true that this game's daddy woke, please? For people that care about wokeness in this game, not really. I don't really. Well, let me turn that question back around. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What? Like, what do you know what I mean? Like,
ready?
There are women in this game. There are non-human creatures that have blue skin, like this guy. Not sure what else we're looking for. Oh, she's back.
Your favorite voice on the internet. I was failing a bit earlier, so I asked my new friend to send me hello message.
How is it?
I hope he did a good job insulting you. It no be want talk no be very simple detail about me cold, but that whole danger chat to me if talk for the next 30 minutes.
How is it possible that Flux has become the new horny with this? Does not work for me. It's common sense. What is common sense? I'm just curious because you're not the first person that's coming here and be like, is this game woke? And I'm like, I don't even know what the definition of woke is anymore these days. Because for some people it's like, there's a female main character, I'm not playing this game. It's like, okay, I guess, I don't know, I guess it's woke then. You can choose whatever character you like in this. Like, I just like genuinely don't know. It's like the definition of wokeism has become so like fucking scattered, especially with like Mark Kern and his cronies, that like I don't understand what like people like everybody just has like a different definition of it, I guess, or like is worried about different things in the game, which is why I kind of ask like what's your concern? There must be a way in here somewhere. There maybe? It's potentially, yeah, I think so. Jump off that cliff. Maybe here, actually. God says when everybody have a place, woke is when minorities are represented, in my opinion, but I agree this term is going in all directions nowadays. I don't personally get a sense that there's anything, like, I played all of Dragon Age Veilguard, and any, like, political takes aside or anything, we played the shit out of that game for what it's worth. I enjoyed it as just a video game RPG. It had its problems, but I don't think it was like a disaster of a game, right? But
she's a paradish every time she's on her knees.
What? Parody. But even I, and I don't really care about these kind of topics, but even I felt like there was definitely a lot of like shoving down your throat of like, you know, just like various topics that people consider woke. That just like, I'm not offended by the topic. I don't care about, not that I don't care, but like I'm not, you know, it's not, I'm not uppity about like transgenderism and gay and like different races. Like I just don't care about that to like get angry about it in games. But I do care when it's done in such a way that it basically extracts your immersion of the game and the world you're in, and you're basically like sitting in a fucking phys ed education class being forced to learn about like being non-binary and in like a fantasy game where there's dragons and stuff, and it's kind of like that bothers me. I don't like it, right? And that happened in Dragon Age Veilguard. There's literally nothing like that in this video game. You can't even romance people in this video game for what it's worth. But if the fact that there are blue people that are fish people and they're not even human bothers you, then I guess this game is woke, right? If the fact that you can select your pronoun at the beginning of the game or choose to hide it entirely and not even interact with it is woke to you, then this game is woke, yeah. But I have not at any point in this world, this current video games universe, felt like there's been real life, like, weird issues forced down my throat that I'm just trying to fucking shoot magic guns at people and now I feel weird. You know? I think my game's sleeping. There are scenarios where modern things have their place, but there's rewriting history making a scenario where women had bullfighting division in World War II. That's too much. Sure. There's literally nothing like that in this, right? But my point is people use like the wokeism and the anti-woke shit and all that kind of stuff to push a personal agenda of their dislike of like black people or transgender or whatever. And if that exists in their game or the option to like gay romance someone, people are calling KCD woke because you have the option for a gay romance at like one point in like a fucking 100-hour campaign is my understanding. So, you know, so when people are like, is this game woke? I'm like, yeah, man, there's gay people in it, run. But I agree with what you're saying. Like, there is a way to tastefully implement some things, and there's a way to kind of like shove it down your throat and detract you from any immersion in the game. I haven't gotten any sense like that from this game at all with anything, right? All right, bye, Stricken. I don't know why you needed to announce that, but. So, cool. Yeah, so there's nothing like that in this game.
Quiet, Nimdut.
Oh shit, double chanters. Oh god, there's something in there. Oh lord, it's all even smaller.
2/10 game I can't identify as a Viking.
You can identify as whatever you want, man. Gotta kill this guy before he summons too many. Oops. Oh my god. Right. Little big guy somewhere. I like sloot or something. Some fucking debuff on it. But there's no sign of the debuff on it.
Hold on.
Very good. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's been fun. It's got its issues. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like any talk like we just had about whatever real life subjects aside, just like from a video game design perspective, like it's definitely got some not great stuff. But so far it's been enjoyable. Like as a playthrough, it's not gonna win Game of the Year or anything like that. But I would say if they were ever to do another Avowed 2 kind of thing, and they kept the good in the game and fixed what, in my opinion, is things that aren't too difficult to make better, itemization and variance and loot and stuff like that, then we'd have like an actual giga banger on our hands. For now, it's just like a nice playthrough. Not on the same scale, that they're just different, but in terms of RP freedom and stuff like that, it doesn't hold a candle to KCD 2. But KCD 2 is you know, a real RPG, like a real world based RPG. This is a fantasy RPG. It's like,
oh, my apologies.
Wildly different combat and stuff like that.
Is there any chance we've met before?
You know?
I seem to have
but
forgotten.
But certainly not the same level of interactivity with other people
everything.
and the world and whatnot. I'm not sure. No, I'm sure we haven't met.
I have no idea where or even who I am. I just came to out here with no memory whatsoever. I figured that someone would have recognized me by now. Maybe I'm a recluse or a hermit of some kind.
You and I are the best of friends. Come to think of it, you still owe me some gold.
Well, I'm sure we are. But you wouldn't mind showing me proof to confirm the debt, would you? I lost my memory, old friend, not my mind.
Was there anyone else around when you woke up?
No, no one who seemed to have any idea who I was. I will do what I can. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Good to see you.
We found a formula for animantic tincture that helps one survive boring events.
May I see that? Oh, Acuccio Pan Liberi. I assume that's my name. This seems to be an attempt to create an elixir that allows one to bypass tedium by simply not experiencing or remembering it. If so, I may have made some miscalculations in planning the experiment.
I'm glad you found out who you are.
Yes. Now to figure out what to do with that information.
Give me gold.
Thank you for your time, my friend. I bid you good day.
Good day. Okay.
After seeing a few
accomplish
people's
anything.
reaction,
Yeah, I like another thing I guess I keep glossing over because I expect it to be the norm, but I suppose it's really not the norm these days anymore. The game is really polished. I have come across like one graphical bug in the entire game. Sorry, two. One was a bear that like floated in midair for a second, then when I approached it, it went down to the ground and everything was fine. And the other is twice of the like hundreds of enemies we've killed at this point, their corpse went in the ground and I couldn't loot them. But once their corpse despawned and I came back, there's a little bag of loot waiting for you so you can loot it anyways. That's it. Haven't had a single game crash, haven't had a single like actual terrible bug, haven't had like anything like that. So like it's actually fairly fucking polished. Considering the size, like its similarity to other games. Okay, give me 1 sec, Jet. I'll be right back. All right. Got any tacos? Stop shoveling snow. That's where he is.
You know,
You've had quite a few crashes, really? Are you further than me?
I imagine.
Like, have you had crashes up to where I'm in the game now? You're the first person I've heard talk about crashes in this game, which sucks. Like, it's happening. But yeah, I've had flawless, almost basically flawless experience. But I'm also playing on a streamer client, so it's what it is.
Take lead.
Feed the angered spirits.
See.
I had the shot. Let's see what we got.
I was gonna say, oh, okay. No way, there's not more enemies.
Left.
Ow.
See.
Jesus. That was ranged. Fucking me up. Oh, that we got a food again. My volume's a little high. There we go. Like my personal volume. I was wondering. I was like, sounds like I'm like yelling over myself. Little one is looking at the keyboard a bit. Bruh. Stop it. Wait, there's a chanter somewhere. There's. Whoops. Game's bugged. I missed a shot, it's bugged. Schmied. That should be it.
We got them all.
I'm here doing woke arguments in chat because we had a nice civil discussion about this game and said topics. That was not sarcasm, it was actually a nice civil discussion. Okay. So this is the final grave that we needed to put food at because we decided to side with somebody who wanted to steal from the depleting rations of food from town and let others starve in order to feed spirits, which I don't know why I agreed to, but I did, and here we are. So now people are dying while we feed graves. Leave food offering.
Think about this when we're all eating leaf stew tonight.
To the brave and settlers that attempt to tame the swamplands, we leave this to you, this site of honor, sacrifice. May Serona welcome you with open arms and guide you on a safe journey around the wheel. Others are probably just waiting for the collapse down.
What? Hey! Over here!
Ow. Oh, they freeze. That's how they get slowed. Where's Marius? Wow.
Another win. But who's counting?
Okay. Good. There's the house we looked at already. Quesadilla wrap things are stuck together. Man, I love tacos. I've not gotten a third companion yet. So I'm not sure if they force you to switch that or not. I'm largely positive there will be another one. Usually it tells you there's another key that can open it, so I guess we have to use a lockpick if we want to come in here. Okay. And then this will be used to jump into that roof of the house that we saw earlier. And this extends all the way up. Okay, let's do that first. There's a camp here.
Right behind you.
Mushroom dudes. Scooters as well.
Watch yourself. Next one's mine. Come and get me! Need more time.
What if your followers damage scales with yours? Like, how does that work? Somehow the spotter's working with the mushroom people. Crystal Eater. A little more enemy variety by now with the party there. I was reserving that judgment until we got in like the later zones. I've seen like a couple of new enemy types in this zone, but a lot of them have just been reskinned versions like of wood spiders. These are basically just wood spiders, but they have a crystal coating in them.
Feels like some of these plants have it out for us.